You are now listening to Nyeckro, high sodium content.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to another edition of the podcast, High Sodium Content. So high, so salty. I'm your host, Nyeckro. And tonight, we're going to talk about New York.
Sure.
We're going to talk about what's going on in New York City. Why are people the way they are in the city? Is it the hustle and the bustle? I need to get to point A to point B in a short amount of time. You know, let me get this Uber, let me get this cab, cut everybody off. Let me get in this bike lane, this moped, let me cut everybody off. Let me bump into people on the sidewalk. You know, just what causes people in this city to act the way they do? I often wonder that. Anyway, you know, I grew up in the Bronx. I'm familiar with everything in the city, 5 boroughs, you know, all New York, all nine, whatever. You know, and I never understood why it was such a cold place. I mean, you know, not physically, but metaphysically. You know, like, why are people so cold emotionally? It's such a detached city. The only time I've ever seen people really come together, and it's so sad, it's, you know, it's tragedies, you know, 9/11, everybody was in solidarity, you know, but it's just, you just don't see that these days. Case in point, you have, you know, one of those subway musicians just playing the cello, not bothering nobody. And some of those guys are actually very talented, and you know, they're just showcasing their stuff. But you got that New York element in some people, and it's just case in point.
It's a truly disturbing act of violence. A musician in New York City viciously bashed in the head by a random stranger. The woman lurks behind him, moves in, then picks up the cellist's metal water bottle and whacks him.
In the middle of one of the songs that I was doing, I just felt this impact, this terrible...
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Like, what would possess somebody to do that shit? Seriously, like, what would possess somebody to just, a grown person, let me just walk by, pick up this bottle, and hit this man in the head that didn't cause me no harm, didn't bother me, didn't curse me out, didn't eat my food, you know, none of that. Let me just pick up this object and just whack him over the head. And let me keep on walking like a coward.
Crashing pain along the back of my head.
29-year-old Ian Forrest is a third-year medical student at Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan, who also plays in the subway for the pure joy of performing for people. This isn't the first time he's been attacked. Last June, he was punched and choked while playing in Times Square.
At the end of a performance, this man came over and tried to steal my cello, my donations.
You may never play again in the subway. You may never go back.
It definitely gives me pause.
That's crazy, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense, you know? I don't get it. You know, I can see if somebody bothered you or something like that, then like haul off. Please, by all means, haul off. But somebody that's just not bothering you, that man was not bothering nobody with that music. He's actually pretty good. I don't know. I don't get it. You know, but listen, if that was me, man, I mean, oof. Oh boy. You know, but listen, it's one of those places, you know, New York is one of those places where, like, you know, if you defend yourself, you know, they take you away. So I don't know, go figure. I mean, I want to, you know, shift a little bit, you know, to something a little bit more serious. You had a guy who not only hopped the turnstile, right? He came on the subway beefing. Just beefing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you who've taken the subways have encountered people like that or seen people like that on the train. I've dealt with people like that. And it's not only annoying, it's dangerous, you know, as you see in this clip right here. So let's check that out. Roll that.
Take a look at your screen. Police are now looking for this woman seen in this video who appears to be with a 32-year-old man who was accused of shooting the armed 36-year-old in the head with his own gun on board an Express A train during rush hour yesterday.
Now, how much of a doofus and an asshole you gotta be to get on the train with a gun, beef with somebody, right? Beef with somebody. You get stabbed in your back. Is wrestling. You lose your gun. The other party picks up your gun and shoots you in the head. And all of this could have been avoided had you not gone on a train beefing with random people. In Japan, they have it just figured out. The people get on the train, everybody shuts up. Nobody plays music. Nobody does nothing. They sit there quiet till they get to their destination, get off, go to work, go shopping, whatever they need to do. But you know, this is uncalled for, you know, and they have and the governor sent all the you know, the National Guard. They're just chilling, you know. Then they're not in the subway cars where, like, you know, the stuff actually happens, you know, where like law enforcement is actually needed. You don't see that. And things like this could be averted, you know, if there was more, you know, police or something on the, you know, on the subways. That's crazy. You know, but let's finish this.
Evening. Now, before shots were fired during those very tense moments, she allegedly stabbed the 36-year-old victim at the start of the subway train dispute, possibly over a subway seat. For riders, this was a subway ride that was far from ordinary.
As I'm coming out, you hear pops like.
See, this is like the aftermath, pop, but
then the doors open, everybody come flying out.
I don't think I was gonna make it back home. I was next to everything, like just like you. In front of me, that's where I was.
Now, as subway riders are back in the system following yesterday's frightful moments, NYPD Chief of Transit Michael Kemper says there will be boots on the ground as the eyes and ears for riders.
Our presence here at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, to reassure our riders, we're going to go out on the trains and ride the trains, is to reassure our riders. But
ride the trains for what? Y'all should have been on the train.
New York City cops posted up in uniform, some in plain clothes, in the New York City subway system, as they are every single day, to provide public safety.
Now, police say the gun was recovered at the scene. As for the 32-year-old who is being accused of pulling the trigger, he is in police custody and is being questioned. There are no charges that have come forth as of yet. Law enforcement.
All right. You know, like they said, no charges.
What?
I don't get it. I don't get it. All this stuff could be avoided. It's so stupid. All that. My man's gonna have brain damage for hopping the turnstile and beefing with somebody, beefing with some random dude. Let that sink in. If this is anything that I can provide, you know, to you guys, to my listeners, is that don't go around and just start altercations with people. Just go on with your life. Live your life. Mind your business.
Mind your damn business.
That's it. It's real easy to be a human being. Mind your business. Clean up after yourself. Wash your ass. It's very important. Brush your teeth. You know, be kind to people. You know, you don't have to be friends with anybody, but you could be friendly. You know? I mean, it goes a long way. Empathy. I just, it's unfathomable. Like, you just, I just, like, how do you picture this? How do you wake up in the morning, right? You know, you wake up and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna put this gun, I'm gonna bring this gun on the train. I'm gonna bring this gun with me. I'm gonna go on the train. I'm gonna fuck with somebody. And then that whole time, right? You're thinking that, and you fuck up. You screw up. You mess up.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
It was a bad plan. At no point did anything in this dude's head just say, this is a bad idea. Don't do it. You know, like Doc from like Back to the Future. Marty, this is a bad idea. Like, it just didn't dawn on this man. Like, I should not do this. I mean, we could sit here all day and just, but I mean, this dude was just a complete, just, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's a whole lame, a whole doofus. And then the other chick, I hope they find her. I hope somebody snitches on her and rats her out, and she just does the maximum amount of time, man. You know, these people need to be stopped. And I think Mike Tyson said it best. We've grown. I know I'm messing this up. I'm going to paraphrase this. People have gotten comfortable with not getting punched in the face anymore. You know, people can say whatever they want over the internet and bother people, you know, just do whatever they want without recourse, without nothing happening to them. You know, because if you retaliate, oh, you know, you're gonna get sent to jail, and you know all this all this extra stuff. And it just shouldn't be like that. It just shouldn't. And people just get away with anything. Everybody goes scot-free. As you see with the migrants. I digress. But listen, I mean, I can just keep spinning this around all night, but y'all let me know what y'all think. New York is just going, it's like the Wild West. Listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. I mean, New York is just going by the wayside. I mean, like, it was a nice touristy place, and you know, there were things to do, and crime was somewhat controlled, and you didn't have a migrant problem, and you know, you were able to at least ride the subways. I mean, I don't know what's happening. I just don't know. I don't get it, you know. But you guys leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about it. Don't forget to check out the merch store, Sodium Syndicate /Teespring. I'll put everything in the description. And you know, as always, stay salty. Keep your head on the swivel. All right. Peace.
They're gonna put you all back in chains.
What? Go to school and get a good education. Stop all that gang, man. You not from the hood.